Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do some more videos. Now this is going to be about the differences between sex/human trafficking and real pimping. Okay, because some of y'all do not know the difference. Okay, so human trafficking is the unlawful act of transporting people in order to benefit from their work or service, typically in the form of forced labor or sexual exploitation. Every year, millions of men, women, and children are trafficked worldwide, including right here in the United States. The three most common type of human trafficking are sex trafficking, forced labor, and debt bondage, which I was in. Trafficking for forced criminal activities. This form of trafficking allows criminal networks to reap the profits of a variety of illicit activities without the risk. Victims are forced to carry out a range of illegal activities, which in turn generate income. These can include theft, drug transportation, which is bodies, okay, selling counterfeit goods, bodies, or forced begging, okay, bodies. Victims, theft is bodies as well. Victims often they don't have rights over their bodies, okay. Victims often have quotas and can face severe punishment if they do not perform accurately. Okay, they do not want to give up your body, okay, like your organs and shit, or you don't want to drink blood, or you don't want to eat people. Okay, trafficking in women for sexual exploitation. Women and children from developing countries and from vulnerable parts of society in developed countries are lured by promises of decent employment into leaving their homes and traveling to what they consider would be a better life. No, they just get kidnapped, okay? Victims are often provided with false travel documents, and an organized network, the dark web, is used to transport them to the destination country or magic, where they find themselves forced into sexual exploitation and held in inhumane conditions and constant terror. Okay, it could be their spirit as well, or they could be already dead and they losing their body to continue having sex with them. Okay, as well. Trafficking for the removal of organs. In many countries, waiting lists for transplants are very long, and criminals have seized this opportunity to exploit the desperation of patients and potential donors. No, they don't give up their organs. That's what I told y'all. If you have organ donor on your ID, you need to take it off, because when they see that you are an organ donor on your ID, they think that you are giving up your organs. No, the fuck you ain't. Okay, the health of victims, even their lives, is at risk as operations may be carried out in clandestine conditions with no medical follow-up. An Asian population and increased incidence of diabetes in many developed countries is likely to increase the requirements for organ transplants and make this crime even more lucrative. Like I told you, if one of them gets sick, they need somebody that's healthy, okay? Or vice versa. If you not healthy and they gonna say you gave it to them or type shit like that. People smuggling. Closely connected to human trafficking is the issue of people smuggling, as many migrants can fall victim to forced labor along their journey. Smugglers may force migrants to work in inhumane conditions to pay for their illegal passage across borders. They do that. They keep people's bodies for a long time, okay? For example, like my grandma, my home, I forgot her name though. She went missing TK2 and Latoya. She also went missing. They kept all three of their heads for a long time, okay? Well, really Latoya. She's like the longest one that they kept her head, okay? Why do traffickers target? Victims of human trafficking can be young children, teenagers, men, and women. They can be U.S. citizens, lawful permanent residents (LPRs), or foreign nationals, and they can be found in urban, suburban, and rural areas. What happens to people who are human trafficked? Victims of human trafficking can experience devastating psychological effects during and after their trafficking experiences or death. Okay, it's really be mainly them. They really die. Okay. Human trafficking indicators. Okay, this is how y'all should pay attention. Okay, when y'all see this, one, they either living with why this get mixed up with pimping. Okay, living with employers, poor living conditions, multiple people in cramped spaces, inability to speak to individuals alone. Answers appears to be scripted and rehearsed. Employers is holding identity documents. Signs of physical abuse. Submissive or fearful. Unpaid or paid very little. Under 18 and in prostitution. Assuming you have the opportunity to speak with a potential victim privately and without jeopardizing the victim safely because the trafficker is watching, okay? I had people do that to me, okay, when they kids be over here. They be watching me and the kids. Like these kids can leave when they want to, okay? They can go home. I'm not keeping the kids. Why I need y'all kids for? I got my own motherfucking kids to take care of. I don't need y'all motherfucking kids. Shit. Anyways, can you leave your job if you want to? Can you come and go as you please? Just the fuck they can. That's in my house, but this is for people that's not, okay? Let's talk about them, okay? Have you been hurt or threatened if you try to leave? Has your family been threatened? Okay, yes, I do give them money. Yes, I do. I mean, it's they money though, cause some of my kids are deceased, and what I'm gonna do with it? So I give it to them. They can still get the payments if they want to, fuck, but maybe, but I'm not though. If you try to leave, have your family been threatened? Do you live with your employer? Where do you sleep and eat? Are you in debt to your employers? Do you have your passport and identification? Who has it? Okay, where to get help? If you believe you have identified someone still in trafficking situation, alert law enforcement immediately at the numbers provided below. It may be unsafe to attempt to rescue a trafficking victim. You have no way of knowing how the trafficker may react and retaliate against the victim and you. If, however, you identify a victim who has escaped the trafficking situation, there are a number of organizations to whom the victim could be referred for help with shelter, medical care, legal assistance, and other critical services. In this case, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline described below. Okay, how dangerous is it? It's very dangerous. Human trafficking can also called trafficking in personas has no place in our world. As both a grave crime and a human right abuse, it compromises national and economic security, undermines the rule of law, and harms the well-being of individuals and communities everywhere. It is a crime of exploitation. It's very dangerous, y'all. Okay. Also, I did the difference between sex trafficking, okay? Sex trafficking and human trafficking is totally different, okay? It's kind of the same, but still different, though, because if it's human trafficking, that means they want your body. It's sex trafficking that you still got to sell your body. You got to, exploit your body until you get loosed up, okay? Then they kill you type shit. Okay, so it's kind of the same thing. Sex trafficking. The action or practices of illegal, or you're not doing it no more. The action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another for the purpose of sexual exploitation. It had been called a form of modern slavery because of the way victims are forced into sexual acts non-consensually in a form of sexual slavery. Trafficking men, women, and children are typically taken to brothels, escort services, massage parlors, strip clubs, or hotels, and are prostituted on the streets or forced to participate in porno. Now, with that porno shit, y'all gotta be careful who y'all watch is on porno. Because remember I told you, okay, Kanika Jenkins got another friend, sister, okay? She didn't want me to put her in the video, and I respected her decision. I didn't want to put her in the video either, because y'all might see her on porn, okay? Her name is Brittany. That was actually rape, okay, y'all? So if y'all watch my daughter videos, please don't watch it. Okay, she was actually young. She was like 16 years old. Okay, you can tell too. But that dude that did it, he assassinated. Okay, he did the video. The porn is very bad. Okay, but yes, so they can trick you as well. Okay, so if you guys or you women that love porn, I do too, but I know where to watch though. Okay, that's how I found my daughter. Okay, I watched it porn one night and I seen my daughter. I was like, oh my god, like no, but she didn't tell me at first. I'm thinking she's just doing porn, Nah, she was trafficked into porn. Okay, so y'all be careful when y'all watch porn. Okay. What do sex traffickers do to their victims? Human trafficking is the business of stealing freedom for profit. In some cases, traffickers trick, defraud, or physically force victims into providing commercial sex, okay, like porno, okay, or They trick us, okay? And some other people, because they be thinking it's pimping, okay? And others, I mean, it's not real. It's not the real pimping though, okay? And others, the victims are lied to, assaulted, threatened, or manipulated into working under inhumane, illegal, or otherwise unacceptable conditions, okay? What does sex trafficking look like? Recognize the signs. Who is most vulnerable? Keys, okay? But then would they say that is most vulnerable? People that have unstable living situations, have previously experienced other forms of violence such as sexual abuse or domestic violence, have run away or involved in the juvenile justice or child welfare system, and undocumented immigrants, okay? I don't rescue a lot of them people as well, okay? Or facing poverty or economic needs, have a caregiver or family member who has a substance use abuse and or addicted to drugs and alcohol, okay? They are the most vulnerable. Okay, who are the traffickers? There is no evidence that traffickers are most likely to be of a particular race, nationality, gender, or sexual orientation. They may be family members, romantic partners, acquaintances, and strangers. For real, okay? How traffickers lure people in. Stories becomes weapons in the hands of human traffickers. Tells romantic love everlasting or about good jobs and fair wages just over the horizon. Sometimes the stories themselves raises red flags. Other times, traffickers or potential traffickers may raise red flags during recruitments. Okay, here are a few situations that might raise concern. Okay, a would-be employer refused to give workers a signed contract or ask them to sign a contract in a language they can't read. Okay. Now another thing, when they say who are the traffickers? Now it's a lot of people that I know that is involved in this shit. For example, Smoothie. Okay. He from Texarkana, Texas. He is involved in trafficking the people. Okay. And how I know that is, don't let them fool you when they say about the contracts, okay? Remember he said he want to be a rapper. He signed a contract. That's actually a contract to be a trafficker. Yeah. Okay. Next, a will-be employer collects fees from a potential worker for the opportunity to work in a particular job. Like Shanice, she is a daycare assistant. She was a teacher. She was a babysitter. Like people in the hood would drop their kids off at her house and she would take care of them. Well, that's what the parents would think, but really she was exploiting their kids and shit. Now, them same kids that she used to babysit is in my house, and her family, they mamas think I'm the one doing it. Y'all got the wrong bitch. Okay, come at that bitch, not me, cause them, I ain't doing nothing like that to them kids. Okay, I'm feeding them. Okay, I'm giving them a nice place to sleep. I'm giving them a hot bath every fucking day, bitch. Don't do that. Okay, and when it's time for me to drink, bitch, I send them off to y'all. Okay, period. And I don't get paid. The fuck you mean? Okay, you need to pay me. I'm just playing. Don't pay me. I don't want y'all money. Anyways, I do because that's what I live to do. Anyways, a friend, a family member, co-worker, or student immediately showered with gifts or money, or otherwise becomes involved in an overwhelming, fast-moving, and assembly, e.g., large difference in age or financial status, romantic relationships. Okay. Um. Don't let them fool you as well if they partner is a part of this. They don't persuade them to do it. That's what they wanted to do. Take Carla and Paul for an example. Okay. He ain't never persuaded Brittany, aka Carla, to do what he did to me, what they did to me. Okay. They both agreed on it. This is what they like, okay? Whoever they boss at that time came to them with it and they liked the idea. Okay. So don't let people fool y'all that's with these motherfuckers. They know what they doing, okay? A family member, friend, co-worker, or student is developing a relationship that seems too close with someone they know socially on social media. Yeah, okay, like these new kids that be in my house and shit. I like I told they mamas, you need to get them. Okay, they need to go back home with y'all. Period. Never come back to me. Okay. A family member, friend, or student lives with a parent or guardian and shows signs of abuse. Okay, I don't abuse them kids. And my grandma never abused me. A family member, friend, or co-worker is offered a job opportunity that seems too good to be true. That's why I was telling y'all, be careful what y'all wish for. Be careful what somebody trying to persuade you to do. Like I know one bitch, Shock Dog. She killed her fucking sister to become a rapper. That don't even sound right. This bitch Mashala and Griffey and the Night Stalker, aka LeJontay Collar, told her you have to kill your sister to become a rapper. No, you don't. Okay, so that seems too good to be true. Oh, I'm gonna kill my sister to become a rapper. No, that sounds dumb as fuck. A family member, friend, or co-worker is recruited for an opportunity that requires them to move far away, but their recruiter or prospective employer avoids answering their questions or is requesting to provide detailed information about the job. Also with Verse explaining in video. Now, with Taisha Shepard, same thing. Her mama told me. Well, okay, her mama told me this when they had, I don't know, her mama had a, I guess how she told her that she had a new job coming in, and her mama met up with Gina, and that when Gina gave the offer to both of them, but her Taisha mama, Tina, that's her name, felt like something was bad. Okay, and she told Taisha not to sign the contract, but Taisha did not listen. Okay, so she became a, but I think Taisha already knew what she was finna get herself into. Mama said yes. Okay, recognizing labor trafficking. Labor trafficking includes situations where men, women, and children are forced to work because of debt, immigrant status, threats, and violence. Keeping victims isolated physically or emotionally is a key method of control in most labor trafficking situations. But that does not mean you never cross paths with someone who is experiencing trafficking, okay? Like the motherfucking mamas out here. They don't even know they fucking, I'm not gonna say all, I'm gonna say all of y'all. Okay? They don't even know their kids were getting touched. And got piercings in places they shouldn't be getting pierced at. But you they mamas though. And they not even old enough to even take a bath by their goddamn self, okay? But they know how to do it now. Cause they got groomed into it, okay? Period. Anyway, next, someone may be experiencing labor trafficking, or I teach my kids, yes, but someone may be experiencing labor trafficking or exploitation if they feel pressure by their employer to stay in a job or situation they want to leave. That's me. Owe money to an employer or recruiter, or are not being paid what they are promised or are owed. Somebody told me that about the fake military. Do not have control of their passports or other identity documents, the fake military, or living and working in isolated conditions, largely cut off from interaction with others or support systems, appear to be monitored by another person when talking or interacting with others, or being threatened by their boss with deportation of other harm. Now, look here. When I send the kids out to their mommies and shit, they still like to watch me. I'm not telling them to watch me, okay? I be in my own fucking zone when I'm drinking, okay? I ain't drunk in a minute. I need to drink, okay? Anyways, or working in dangerous conditions without proper safety gear, training, accurate brakes, or other protection, and or living in dangerous, overcrowded, or inhumane conditions provided by an employer. Yes, my house do be crowded, all right, it do, but that don't mean me and my family trafficking these motherfuckers. I'm just saying. Next, recognizing sex trafficking. Sex trafficking occurs when individuals are made to perform commercial acts, which is like porn, through the use of force, fraud, or coercion. Now, my daughter Brittany, she said she was forced, and he say he gonna kill her family. Same shit they tell me, okay? He also did how we assassinated him is he broke into the house to get her. And we just assassinated me and Michael, we just assassinated his ass, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, any shot, he spit in her face too, y'all. Anyways, any child under 18 who is involved in commercial sex illegally a victim of trafficking, regardless of where there's a third party involvement. Now, see, I didn't know that. That's why I whooped her ass when I seen her on porn, because I never thought of her like that, it fucked my mind up, But she told her daddy though. She told Michael though. So that's why, you know, he had to tell me I gotta stop because you never know. It could be something very dangerous that she's in that we don't know about. And that the dude broke into the house. I knew that it was sex trafficking, human trafficking. Okay. Someone may be experiencing sex trafficking if they want to stop participating in commercial sex but feel scared or unable to leave the situation. Or for Brittany, because she was, okay? Now her brother do porn too. Her brothers do porn, but they agreed to it though. She never did. He got her when she was really young too. Okay. I didn't know that. I should have known that when she started dressing different. But I didn't think nothing of it though. So pay attention to your kids if they start dressing different too. Disclose that they requested to engage in commercial sex, but that someone pressured them into it. Live where they work or transported by guards between home and workplace. Now let's the pre want to tell me that how they were doing her. And her friends, her real friends, not them other three bitches, her real friends, people that went to school with her and stuff like that. They said she was being guarded too between homes and workplaces. Okay, maybe I didn't notice that, or maybe it's just now coming back to me. Okay. They did lose to keep her phone. Cause I remember she showed me in a vision that I called her to tell her she got a doctor appointment, and and then they drop her off and type shit. Okay. Any child who lives with or is dependent on a family member with a substance abuse problem or who is abusive, have a pimp or manager in the commercial sex industry, working in an industry where it may be common to be pressured into performing sex acts for money, such as a strip club, illicit cantina, go-go bar, or illicit massage businesses. I made a song about strip clubs. It's called, my name was Jackie O. She wanna be a stripper, okay? Go listen to that song, y'all. That do happen. Actually, that happened to me. Okay. Y'all know that Mexican rapper named SPM. Okay, well, I'm the 13-year-old girl or whatever that got pregnant by him. Okay. But he said he don't blame me though. He don't blame me. He blamed them actually, cause I told him actually. I don't know if I told you or not, but um oh yeah, I did tell him I was young, okay? He was trying to help me out. And then that's when James and them came into the club and they beat him up and they made him have a baby by me. So I got kids by him and stuff. Okay. Have a controlling parent, guardian, romantic partner, or sponsor who will now allow them to meet or speak with anyone alone or who monitors their movements, spending, or communications. What happened to girls who are sex trafficked? Trafficked women and girls encounter high rates of physical and sexual violence, including homicide and torture, psychological abuse, horrific work and living conditions, and extreme deprivation while in frenzy. Okay. Now, this what a pimp is. Definition, okay? A pimp definition. A person, especially a man, who selects customers for a prostitute or a brothel loosely in return, not really a brothel, y'all, it's just prostitute. Loosely in return for a share of the earnings. They call a panderer, a discreditable person. Okay, I know pimps. Okay, I used to be a pimp. Okay, but this is what the woman wants, though. Okay, and it's not like I'll tell y'all on the last part. Prostitution definition. A person in particular, a woman who engages in sexual activity for money or offers someone for sexual activity in exchange for payment. Okay. The difference between prostitution and sex traffickers, whether it's because of poverty and abuse or by choice, they lose prostitution as a means of income. Human trafficking victims are on the other end of the spectrum. People forced into the sex industry against their will through force, fraud, or coercion. Okay, why do prostitutes need pimps? Prostitutes requires pimps because prostitution is an illegal and an inherited dangerous business, okay, for the woman. While they may beat and exploit the women that they plunder, no, they don't. Most pimps provides a measure of protection of the prostitutes, okay, which most free agent prostitutes lacks. Okay, anybody can be a pimp, okay? Your mama can be a pimp. Your daddy can be your pimp, okay? I I know my family members. I know my grandma was my. You know, I wouldn't say she was like she didn't have me on the street selling my ass and like that, but she was like over my money. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama was over my money, my dad over my money. You know. Or like, for example, if you is a prostitute, you gonna need a man to watch your back when you on the streets, type shit. Now, when you part of human trafficking, sex trafficking, they don't watch your back, cause they know what's finna happen to you. You either gonna get killed, you gonna get raped, and they gonna take you all your money. Okay, a pimp don't take all your money. Okay, he gonna take all your money. He get half of it. Now I don't know shit. He get something out of it. Okay, and then he take it. You know, then he help you with the bills and buy you clothes and all that bullshit. Okay, okay. My uncle's gonna tell y'all. Okay, cause they pimps. Okay, but they don't want to do it no more. They don't do it no more because of this. Okay, now this some Bible verses about prostitution. Okay, thank you. Mary Magdalene, which is Gina Hall, as Senna. Despite or perhaps because of Mary Magdalene's clear importance in the Bible, some early Western church leaders sought to downplay her influence by portraying her as a sinner, especially a prostitute. Okay, when I say prostitute, I got the mouth. Okay, cause prostitute. Okay, toot stand for flute. Okay, you gotta blow in the flute. Okay, then it got TIT. You know, you gotta lick on the boobs and shit. And a pro mean, you know, you a pro at what you do. Okay, but you can lose your mouth for different ways though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing right now. You got put nothing in it. Anyways, next. Joel 3:3. They have also cast lots for my people, traded a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. You see what they say? See what they say? They traded a boy for a harlot. I don't know what the fuck a harlot is, but it sounds like gay on gay, okay? Gay on gay, you know, gay on gay. Like, even though he ain't gay, but, you know. And a girl for wine they may drink. They always drink girls' blood, okay? It mainly girl women and girls' blood they drink, okay? Cause little girls got pure blood, okay? So that's what that mean right there. Job 36:14. They die in youth, and their life perish among the court prostitutes. Okay, that is the human and sex traffickers. Okay, next. Leviticus 19:29. Do not profane your daughter by making her a harlot. I guess gay. I don't know. We're gonna look it up. So that the land would not fall to whorery and the land become full of lewdness. Okay, I'm gonna see what harlot is right quick, y'all. It's a whore, prostitute, hooker, slut. Okay, like I said, a man can be a harlot too. A tramp. Okay, that's what it means. It just mean a prostitute. Okay. Okay, so it say, do not profane your daughter by making her a prostitute, so that the land would not fall to prostitution and the land become full of lewdness. Um, so don't sell your kids, I guess. Okay, next. Deuteronomy 23:17-18. None of the daughters of Israel shall be a court prostitute, nor shall any of the sons of Israel be a court prostitute. You shall not bring the hire of a prostitute or the wages of a dog into the house of the Lord your God for any voting offerings, for both of these are an abomination to the Lord your God. Okay. I feel like when I got that, I got from both of my daughters. Okay, they prostitute. Okay, they worship or something like that. Okay. Next, 1 King 14:24. There was also male court prostitutes in the land. They did according to all the abominations of the nations which the Lord depossessed before the son of Israel. Jeremiah 5 says, Jeremiah, my son, 5:7. Why will I pardon you? Your sons have forsaken me and sworn by those who are not gods. When I had fed them to the they committed adultery and propped it to the harlot house, prostitute house, which is me. Shit. Basically, how they got my son, y'all. Remember I told y'all they slept on my couch. It's Tupac. Hit them up, okay? Horses. 4:13-14. They offer sacrifices on the top of the mountains and burn incense on the hills, under oak, poplar, and tingebud, because they shade it pleasant. Therefore your daughters play the harlot, and your brides commit adultery. Like that for me and my daddy. I would not punish your daughters when they play the harlot. I think about my daughters, okay? My daughters, they prostitutes, like I said. I think they worship them or some shit like that, or they blood do, or they body or something like that. You know, you gotta sell your body and stuff. Or your brides when they commit adultery, okay? Remember I told you about that adultery video? My mama, was sold while she was deceased, okay? And that's my dad's wife. For the men themselves go apart with harlots and offer sacrifices with temple prostitutes. So the people without understandings are ruined. That's them people, they don't understand, okay? The differences. Micah 1:7. All of her idols will be smashed. All of her earnings will be burned with fire. And all of her images I will make desolate, for she collected them from a harlot earnings. Prostitute. And to the earnings of a harlot they will return. Exactly. When I told y'all that. Remember I told y'all a pimp have to give the prostitute her money, okay? He have to. Like, he can't not give her nothing. He can't not feed her. He cannot clothe her. Like, he gotta, it's like another daddy or some shit like that, okay? Or another mama or something like that. Like, he have to feed her, he have to clothe her, he have to take care of her type shit. These people do not take care of y'all. They do not take care of them, okay? They treat them like trash, okay? They don't get no money. They don't get fed. They don't get no water. They don't take no bath. They don't do none of that shit, okay? That's what they're saying right there, okay? Proverbs 6:25-27. Do not desire her beauty in your heart, nor let her capture you with her eyelids. For an account of a harlot one is reduced to a loaf of bread, and adulteress hunts for the precious life, your soul. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? When they say clothes, they mean they masks. They masses, okay? Cause we is covered, okay. That's why we wear clothes. We is covered, okay. That means stripping. Y'all know what I mean. Can a man? Okay. One could with I only got 15 minutes. I got my phone finna die, y'all. 1 Corinthians 6:15-16. Do you know that your bodies are members of Christ? Them. Shall I then take away the members of Christ and make them members of a prostitute? May it never be. Or do you not know that the one who joined himself to a prostitute is one body with her? For he says, this two becomes one flesh. Y'all, to be honest, I just got the motherfucking shits. This shit is dark. What's going on in the world right now is very dark, y'all. I'm scared now. I'm always scared, but you don't look like it, but I be scared. Okay, Luke stand for blood, y'all. 7:37-50. And there was a woman in the city who was a sinner, and when she learned that he was reclining at the table in the priestly house, she brought an absolute vial of perfume, and standing behind him at his feet, weeping, she began to wet his feet with her tears, and kept wiping them with the hair of her head, and kissing his feet and anointing them with the perfume. Now, when the Pharisees who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, if this man was a prophet, he would know who and what sort of person this woman is, who is touching him, that she is a sinner. Read more. And Jesus answered him, Simon, I have something to say to you. And he replied, say it, Tisha. A money lender had two debtors. One owed 500 and the other 50. When they were unable to repay, he graciously forgave them both. So which of them will love him more? Simon answered and said, I suppose the one whom he forgave more. He said to him, you have judged correctly. Turning towards the woman, he said to Simon, do you see this woman? I entered your house. You gave me your body. You gave me no water for my feet, but she has wet my feet with her tears and wiped them with her hair. You gave me no kiss. I feel like this about my daughters right here. You gave me no kiss, but she, since my time I come in, has not ceased to kiss my feet. You did not anoint my head with oil, but she anointed my feet with perfume. Okay. The smell of a dead body. For the reason I say to you, her sins, which are many, have been forgiven, for she loved much, but he who forgiven little loves less. Then he said to her, your sins have been forgiven. Those who were reclining at the table with him began to say to themselves, who is this man who even forgives sins? And he said to the woman, your faith has saved you. Go in peace. Okay, hopefully y'all enjoy my piece.